Hey y'all, welcome to Living Real Life Outdoors. From turkey tails and trout trails to tall tines and tailwaters, an outdoor audio magazine podcast focusing on hunting, fly fishing, archery, firearms too, interviews and hunting and fishing stories. Man, and winning the outdoors, a conservationist to the wildlife we pursue. See y'all in the woods and on the streams. Your hosts, Legends of the Outdoors Board of Directors, Donnie Conway, Episode 3.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. I got Mr. Dan WYNN here with White Buffalo Fly Fishing Shop. Mr. Dan, what made you decide to open up a fly shop?
Well, Donnie, there's a lot of different reasons that we decided to open up the shop. We didn't have a place that we could go locally for gear and local everyday supply, fly lines, flies, all the standard stuff that you'd be looking for. And so we're trying to fill a need in the community for one. And then the second, we've sort of always had a passion for this industry through our rod building and things like that we've done since 2009. And so this was just sort of a natural progression of that. And so it'll give us a place to build rods and then also provide the service to the community through the fly fishing goods and all those things. So that's sort of how we got there.
So now you started out with your own rod building company. Mm-hmm. And what is it called?
Yep. So we've always went under the name of WYNN as sort of what we've built under, and so we've built sort of standard
and that's
series
based off your last name. Right?
Yep, off my last name. Dan WYNN is my name, and so we started building after I did a mentorship under Harry Boyd, and he's a really well thought after rod builder. Builds bamboo rods in Louisiana, and so we started building rods sort of in the garage, I guess you'd say. And so we renovated a small shed and sort of got it up to par and brought our planing forms in there and started building rods in there. And that is sort of it was a little bit of a mess, but we got it sort of tidied up enough to where we built a rod.
But you also build fiberglass and graphite.
Yep.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah.
And you're going to have a fly rod building class here in the near future.
Yeah, we hope to put a new schedule together here shortly. We came to the end of our first scheduling set with fly tying and casting clinics and things like that. So
I've been to a couple of your fly tying clinics. Those are pretty neat.
Yeah.
And I seen where T. Hargrove about St. Louis does the same thing too.
Yep.
So yeah, and you get pretty sold out too.
Yep. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That many people be interested in tying flies.
Yeah, especially as new as it is to the area. We've had a huge demographic of people. We've had some had younger folks joining us. We've had ladies, and then our staple group of people that comes in the shop quite a bit, and had new faces at each one of them. And so it's been pretty good. And so we've got a lot of good feedback. We try to have local beer and wine for people, and they can bring their own, of course, and have food for everybody. And so it's a good community event.
It is. It's a fun time. I've been to all three of them, and then you're doing one without me because I'm going to be out of town. So, Dan, why don't you tell us a little bit what you carry in here?
Yeah. So we've got the whole Far Bank catalog in here. We've got reel fly lines and and all of their gear and things like that. We've got Reddington rods, and we'll soon to have Sage in the shop coming out in the spring. We've got some Echo rods. We've got some of our own that are coming to the shop also. We've got Fish Pond that's been really popular in the area there.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. They're good solid gear, and
It's good quality stuff.
absolutely. And so we got a few of those brands stapling down the shop. We've got good fly selection from Montana Fly, and got some Rainies in the shop, and of course some Rio flies, and some also that are tied inside the shop also. And so we got a good selection of flies for local streams and smallmouth, and then sort of regional favorites and things like that. So we're working through trying to put together collections for people in the area too.
Well, you know, when I found out you opened, I didn't realize it was you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd already met you previously a year ago at the winery.
Right.
And when I realized it was you,
Yeah.
we kind of clicked, and it's kind of been one of my hangout spots here
Yep.
some weekends when I'm available.
Yeah.
But once you kind of tell everybody the stuff you plan on carrying in the near future.
Yeah. So we're gonna move a little bit more into a more full portfolio as far as fly tying materials and things like that. We have a lot of things in the shop. There's some more things I'd like to carry also. We've got Rod Smith or River Smith that we just brought in the shop for.
One up there.
Yeah, we just brought those guys in the shop, and those have proven to be really good quality. And we're just trying to make sure that our standards stay high, and we, get things that for everybody that reasonably affordable, but also too we want to have good quality things for everyone. And so that's the biggest goal of the place, is to make sure that we're covering all of our bases for people.
Well, and I had suggested some of your more higher end stuff, but as you said, a lot of people, and I tell people as well, if you're going to get into it, get something reasonable priced,
Mm-hmm.
in case you decide you don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because a
Yeah,
lot of people are intimidated by fly fishing.
absolutely. Yeah,
I went right into it with no problem.
yeah, yeah,
But that's just me. I'm
Yeah.
kind of that way. So,
yeah,
and now that I went back for the second time, I'm super addicted. I haven't even touched the
Absolutely.
spinning rod.
I know it, right? Yeah, that happens, and it seems to be also that the industry's got a lot more diversified as far as having different quality at different price points and things like that. We didn't used to have quite as much variety as what we have now, and so people can get into the sport pretty reasonably.
I follow a lot of people on Instagram, and I'm amazed with the younger women that are into fly
Absolutely.
fishing. I mean, just
Yeah.
total a bunch of them.
Yeah,
Especially ones out in Montana, Idaho,
Absolutely.
Wyoming, places like that.
yeah,
I mean, it's like they do it every day.
absolutely. They're definitely
Some of them are guides.
absolutely growing in number for sure, and they, my kids and wife have sort of proven this also, that women start out a lot better casters than men do. They're a lot more patient as far as
women are
picking
better
it
fly
up.
tires too,
Right, that's a fact.
and better shots with the gun as well. So
Yeah, yeah,
I've seen that many times, and with a bow too. So,
yeah.
so what is you have your own brand too? Your
Mhm.
White Buffalo Fly Shop.
Mhm,
You got your own apparel, getting your own mugs and hats,
mhm.
which is pretty cool. I like that. Of course, you carry the fish pond, which is my,
Mhm.
my last video I did fly fishing at Bennett Spring, put it on YouTube. And guys, I'm gonna try to do a separate YouTube channel for the podcast on video. And my regular YouTube channel is called Backwoods Media Production, and I'm going to try to get a second one going for this podcast audio magazine. But and then I'm going to do the platforms for the through Audio Boom and whoever else I can get done. I got this free one I just did. forgot what it is now. I just downloaded it. But anyway, we're testing the waters out. This is kind of one of the first ones being done. I'm going to South Dakota next week, and it's kind of going to be the start of kicking this all off. We're going to be pheasant hunting, and Jimmy Houston's joining us with the Legends of the Outdoors. We're doing a TV show, and then we're stopping in northwest Missouri on the way back and duck hunt for 2 days. And then it's right into deer season as soon as I get back the very next day. Now, do you hunt?
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You've done a lot of hunting. So you grew up in the area, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
Well, where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Stillville, which is just down the road from Raleigh here, and these were sort of our streams that we grew up on as far as the Blue Ribbon streams, and so this is sort of where we traditionally have been stationed, and so that's one of the reasons that we wanted to bring it to Raleigh also. And so I grew up in the outfitters and canoe and raft outfitters in Stillville, and working at those all through high school. And
so you were a river rat.
Yep, absolutely. We were there the entire summer, pretty much daylight to dark, and then we pretty much stay around the campgrounds there.
Kind of how I was when I was growing up in St. Louis.
Yep.
Now you got Billy Edgar comes in and ties flies.
He does, yeah.
I'm gonna get him on a podcast show.
Yeah.
And I told Caleb I'd like to get them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too. Both of them amazing tires.
Yeah, they do a great job for sure.
Super talented guys. Now, where do you get a lot of your flies that are pre-tied?
MFC, we have a lot of those, Montana Fly Company, and then we have some Rainey's flies, Rio flies, some of the signature ties that are fun, the Gallup, Kelly Gallup ties and things like that, and a lot of the staples and things like that will tie in house. You know, some of the pheasant tails and things like that are.
Speaking of pheasant,
mm-hmm.
I'll be bringing you back some
right on.
pheasant feathers and duck feathers.
Right on. Yeah, that could go along with that book that Patagonia just put out, the pheasant tail book. I don't know if you've seen that or not. It looked pretty cool.
And if you ever block off your alley, we can smoke some pheasant in the back.
Right.
I need to put a gate up out there.
I know, right? I know it. I'm gonna have people that come and buy snatch and smoke some pheasant.
This is a great shop here. Now you're planning on expanding downstairs, correct?
Yeah, we'll probably end up renovating downstairs and having it more for like utility, like, you know, a get-together spot, do some rod building down there, and maybe have a wine collection down there, things like that. And so we'll expand that out here probably through the winter time and get some fresh paint on it and get it cleaned up and sort of try to match maybe what
so
we
now
did
you have a
upstairs.
second job as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you do what?
I'm the wine. I work in the wine industry also, and so I sort of am a wine steward or wine sommelier, I guess is what you want to call it, depending on who's saying what and what
You're
part of the
manager of
industry.
a certain wine.
Yeah, and so we help.
This is wine country, people, where we're at here.
Yeah.
Why don't you give everybody your address here and how to contact you?
Yeah, we're at 605 North Pine in Rolla, Missouri, right off the main drag in town here.
Oh. It's only around 13 minutes.
Oh, well, maybe you have 13-minute
We'll do
segments.
that.
13-minute segments.
What I'll do is, well, wait a minute, it's going again. Shows it's going. Just when we stop talking, the signal goes up.
Oh.
See, I'll have to edit all this now, so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now tell us your address again here.
Well, the White Buffalo is located at 605 North Pine. It's right on the main drag in Old Route 66, right in Rolla, Missouri. So we're located right on the corner, right adjacent to the Public House brewery.
And this is Pine Street.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember years ago, Pine Street, they painted it green during St. Patrick's weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, this was a big St. Pat's town. Let's take a little break, Dan, and then we'll come back with another 15-minute segment.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Hey y'all, welcome to Living Real Life Outdoors. I'm your host, Donnie Conway. I'm doing my own little personal commercials in between interviews to kind of go over equipment that I like to use, usually quality equipment, stuff that I would recommend and endorse, but and until I get my own sponsors, I'll be doing my own stuff, and I may even be doing my own stuff even when I get sponsors. But this will be in between commercials and stuff. But guys, I just did a podcast with Dan WYNN. He's the owner of White Buffalo Fly Shop in Rolla, Missouri, 605 Pine Street. And if you will swing by and check out the White Buffalo Fly Shop at 605 North Pine Street, Rolla, Missouri, and Dan WYNN will hook you up with any kind of fly fishing equipment you need. Well, he carries one particular product that I really like, and I was using it long before that. I got the chest packs. I got three different kinds of chest packs, as a matter of fact. And I've got their fishing net and the net holder, and I also just picked up this right before I went South Dakota pheasant hunting, and it is a Fish Pond soft side cooler. Now this was the bigger size. It's really nice cooler, guys. It's kept the pheasant nice and frozen on the way back from Springfield, where we went back and picked up our vehicles, but we met everybody in Springfield, Missouri. But Fish Pond, man, that's a good product. It lasts a long time. This stuff is actually made out of recycled commercial nylon fishing nets, but you can't go wrong with Fish Pond. I've been using it for a long time, even before I started fly fishing again. I was using the chest pack, because it holds a landing net in the back, and it can hold a lot of gear in it. It's the cross currents chest pack, and then I've got a couple smaller ones now. But go check out White Buffalo Fly Shop in Rolla, Missouri, or you can check them out online. But Fish Pond, good quality stuff, guys. Good quality stuff. And if you're listening to this on the audio podcast, jump over to my YouTube channel podcast. It's a separate channel from my personal channel. My personal channel is Backwoods Media Production, and of course this will still be a Backwoods Media Production, but the podcast channel now is called Living Real Life Outdoors. So guys, check out the Fish Pond stuff. It's a little pricey, but it's good quality stuff, and I won't use anything else but Fish Pond. Anyway, but you can see I'm at the beautiful Merrimack Spring Park. It's a nice November day. Deer season coming up. We just got back from South Dakota pheasant hunting with Legends of the Outdoors. I sat on the board of directors, and we were up there with a few people hunting, and had a blast. But it's a beautiful day down here in Merrimack Spring. I wanted to do this little commercial. But you guys listen to the audio side. I'll be inserting this in between interviews with Dan WYNN. But go check out the podcast Living Real Life Outdoors on YouTube, and you can see the audio and see the cooler, the Fish Pond cooler that I was showing. Anyway, guys, have a good day, and we will talk to you later. All right, guys, we're back here with a second segment of this show with Mr. Dan WYNN of White Buffalo Fly Fishing Shop. And Dan was just starting to talk about some of the waiter stuff, and we were making different suggestions of local people. And I said, hold that thought. Let's put this all on tape and video. So if you want to start that off, here's Dan.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about some of the brands and things like that have come under fire about quality and things like that as of late, and we've been deciding what brands to go ahead and bring in the shop for waiter brands, and everyone pretty much knows the big players. You know, you got Sims and Patagonia and all those, but one of those Squall, of course.
But see, my biggest thing, I can't see paying $600-800 for a pair of waders that's only going to last a year and a half, 2 years, when I'm, you know, being a membership with Legends of the Outdoors. I get a 35% discount on their high-end stuff. It's still going to last the same amount of time.
Yeah, it's a big debate right now about what's going on in the industry and things like that, and some people are taking some heat about how long their products are lasting for the amount of money that you're paying for them, and so there are a lot of brands
that. I can see why.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's a lot of brands that are
especially these days. Economies.
Absolutely.
People are stretching their dollars.
Absolutely, and there's some people coming on the scene pretty heavy. You know, Grundon's making a good run, you know, with their quality and things like that. They've been around 100 years. And
I've got their waiter pants, and those are super nice.
Yeah, and we know that they're probably they'll probably have good quality products long term.
And they use a different sealer, right?
Yeah, they had already been PFAS free for a long time with their offshore things that they've done, and so they don't really have to make any adjustments to accommodate for that.
There's a ban possibly coming for.
Yeah, they've got a little while to, a lot of the waterproofing that people are using for their clothing and stuff like that, it's going to be phased out by, I think they're looking like 2030 or something like that. And so the companies are making a good effort to get out of that. And Patagonia, they led the way on that, and Grundon's, they have always been that way.
And I like some of the Patagonia stuff, and I don't have an issue with that. It's just other things that, that's different stories.
Yeah. And we were talking a little bit about local brands. So we have a brand just up the road from here called Paramount, and so that's a possibility to bring in the shop. And
I don't know anybody that's ever used it, but like I said, I'm acquainted with it for their delivery stuff and talked to them, and they actually gave me a catalog. I don't even remember what I did with the catalog now, but it had all their products, and then they really cater to the fly fishermen.
And so that's the hope, is we get, you know, some more brands in there making a ruckus and making good quality stuff, and then sort of holds everybody to account, you know, try to make sure everyone's doing the best they can do, especially if you're gonna be spending the cash on it, you know.
Now, you were saying that you have to pay a pretty substantial amount of money to some of these companies to be able to sell their stuff.
Yeah, there's some minimums and things like that you have to hit to make sure that you can qualify for their programs and things like that. And so it makes it tough for shops that are starting out and things like that to meet some of those minimums and things like that. So you got to be pretty selective about what you bring in the shop, and make sure that you're not hurting yourself, you know, trying to get going, you know. And so,
well, I'm just starting out, and that's why I kind of say, hey, I'm paying the full price, don't you know? I mean, I don't mind one once in a while, but you got to make $1 too.
Got to keep the train rolling.
But you've been good to me, Dan, and this, you have an amazing fly shop, and you got now. Where do you get a lot of your fly tying materials from?
Well, a lot of our stuff comes from right down the road in Flippin, Arkansas. They're Wapsie fly, and so They're pretty big.
That's the new home of Davy
Watton.
Davy Watton.
Yeah.
And if anybody is familiar with the Davy knot, Davy Watton is the
there you
one
go.
that invented the Davy knot.
Yeah.
And he told me, I talked to him first time on the phone 3 months ago, and he told me the reason he invented that knot was when he was on the fly fishing, the European fly fishing team.
Yeah.
He wanted to spend more time fishing, less time tying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I've learned that in the past month and a half, and that's all I'll tie now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so simple and easy.
Yeah.
And it's just as good as what I used to tie that took me, longer than it should have. So.
Yeah, the clinch knot can be tough whenever in low light.
Well, exactly, yeah.
As we age,
Well,
our eyes aren't so great.
especially in the wintertime,
Yeah.
when your hands and fingers are cold and you got it wet. But, and I'm looking forward to wintertime catch and release here.
Yeah.
Of course, some of our rivers, you can still keep the trout, and I think Tanacoma is still year-round full of trout.
Yeah.
Of course, you get up the tailwater head up by the dam, you catch anything over 18 inches and keep it, they kind of frown on you. So unless there's nobody around and you can slip it out without them giving you a hard time. But they and I think that's a slot. Anything below 12 you can keep, and anything above 18.
Above 18, yeah.
Everything else has to be released.
Yeah.
But you keep an 18, 20, 22 incher, them guys down there, they just look up on you like you're dirty. They really do.
I know, right? Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess, it's like that commercial that they have on Facebook. The guy's teaching these guys to fly fish, and he's catching and releasing, and they say, and why are we releasing the fish? Why are we not putting it on the grill or deep fry?
Yeah.
That's really, I like it, and I always tag David. He's the conservation guy, because he's always gone to me, won't you just release it, Donnie? I said, because people want to eat fish.
That's another thought for someone to get on your show, is talk to some of those guys that are putting the limits on Arkansas and stuff like that about.
I just shared a picture where they're doing that now and on the White River.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, how that does with those.
Because that was catch and keep all year down there.
Yeah, and so them changing their rules and things like that temporarily would be interesting to see what the outcome is.
I bet they're not going to be happy.
Maybe not.
Arkansas has done something I wish Missouri would do, and they introduced the brook trout in the White River.
Yeah.
And they said when the brookies mate with the browns, then you get the tiger trout.
Yeah.
And the tiger trout grow fast and get big quick.
Yeah.
But they also say they're very aggressive.
Yeah.
And they'll eat just about anything they can fit in their mouth.
Yeah. We got a lot of competition for some of our trout streams in the Merrimack and things like that. Also with the smallmouth, once they get out of that first 3 miles outside the park, and so that sort of keeps our.
Well, they after the flood in November there in Merrimack Springs, I talked to the hatchery manager, and 2 weeks before catch and keep season opened, they got in there in the boats and they were shocking the stream to try to get some of the smaller ones back into the runs that got out. And they shocked, first off they shocked, it was down close to the bathroom down that way, 4 super nice smallmouth that were 18, 19 inches.
Yeah.
And then he said the last time they shocked, they had one flip over. It was every bit of 5 pounds.
Oh man.
Smallmouth.
My goodness. Yeah.
So the second weekend, Tyler, the hatchery manager, he comes in with his bass fishing stuff, I said, "You gonna fish?" He goes, "Yeah." He says, "I'm gonna try to catch some smallmouth."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he did. I don't know if he caught any. He never did say anything,
Yeah.
but yeah, they come up.
Yeah.
Well, actually, David told me the best time smallmouth fish there at the confluence there at Merrimack Spring and the Merrimack River is late January, February.
Right on.
Because they're coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked to.
And that's the time the browns, the browns start coming up around October, November.
Yeah.
They're still hanging out at that time too.
Yeah. Getting pretty aggressive. And I talked to a fellow that is a guide on the 11 Point yesterday. He's up in the shop and he's talking about he gets into smallmouth and stuff this time of year, and he was talking about how well it's going down there. Really good fishery. I don't know if you guys are accustomed to the 11 Point River down there, but it's really one of the prettiest rivers in the state.
I've only been on it once, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back.
Yeah.
There's good trappers.
Yeah, it's a beauty. It's really it has a lot of depth and some points to where it makes it hard to wade. So the best way to do it is the drift boat.
Some people will use jet boats to go up.
Yep. Yeah, it's a
But they
really
said
good fishery.
during the summer, there's points where you'll drag. You
Yeah.
don't watch what you're doing.
Yeah, it's really consistent over there. Really nice.
Well, Dan, why don't you kind of tell us if you have any more plans to expand to the next room or the next place here next door?
It's very possible. I mean, it depends on as far as.
You just want to see how things go here.
Yeah. If people, it's been fun to talk to people about different things they'd like to see in the shop, and you've recommended a lot of stuff that you'd like to see in here. And as we get,
And I understand your point about some of it.
Yeah, as we get more and more of that in the shop, we may need to expand. I don't know. We'll see what happens here, and
well, you got one of my main ones, and that's fish pond. I was gonna let the audience know my Backwoods Media Production YouTube channel. The last video I did, Fly Fishing at Bend Spring, I started incorporating commercials of the equipment I use within the video.
Yeah.
And I learned that from Gary.
Yeah.
Because with the Pursuit channel and Sportsman's channel and Outdoor channel, you have to pay them extra to do your commercials in your with a different slot, or they'll cut you off if you don't, and you got to have a certain time limit. Otherwise you get cut off.
Yeah.
So you got 22 minutes with the Pursuit channel. So they learned, when you first started doing the TV show, they learned that you start incorporating their sponsors' commercials within the video itself.
I see.
So that's kind of what I did with this last video.
Yeah.
And at the time I was using Lamson.
Yeah.
My Lansing Guru, so I did a commercial of Lansing Guru.
Yeah.
And then I did a fish pond commercial.
Yeah.
And then I was doing Sage Rock, so I did a Sage Rock.
Yeah.
Now I'm behind on my videos. I got like 4 of them. I still got to get caught up on. And I've got my Reddington reel, one of them I got from you, and the Echo Rod.
Yeah.
So and I've already got them already set up and ready to insert into the video.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of learning more things, and Gary is getting away from the stuff with actual TV, the main prime time, because they're charging so much money where they can go on demand, which is what most younger crowd is doing these days anyway.
Yeah.
Hardly any of them watch TV.
Yeah.
So like your Outdoor channel Sportsman's Channel and the Pursuit Channel, they're gonna start losing money in the near future.
Yeah.
The Hunt Channel, he was with the Hunt Channel, he knows the owner. That guy said that they're losing money and he's ready to retire. The kids don't want to take over because they are losing money.
Oh man, yeah. Makes it tough.
So really, you're Hulu, Netflix, YouTube, all this on-demand stuff where they can watch it on their phone immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gary says we need to start catering to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's interesting.
And of course, I've been on YouTube for a while. I don't have that many followers, but when I do some shorts, I'll get over 1,000 hits. Like the one where it's really odd. Anything to do with water,
Yeah.
they want to see it.
Yeah.
Because I did just a 10-second video of me dipping my reel and rod in the water and lifting it up.
Yeah.
And within 24 hours, I had 15,000 hits. I'm like, what? This is just freaking nuts.
All right.
So, well, hey guys, I hope you enjoy this episode. I don't know when I'll get it inserted, but I wanted to go ahead and hit it up with Dan here on a Sunday. Well, it's nice and quiet in here. And we'll insert what episode it's going to be. I'm going to kick everything off in South Dakota. Hopefully getting some of the guides and the outfitters and maybe Jimmy Houston on podcast, and then probably Gary, and then Bill Cooper is doing his podcast, Living the Dream Outdoors. So we'll be having a lot of media with this hunts up there, but and I'm just playing around with this. I don't, I hope I'm going to stretch it out as far as I can. I get some sponsors to maybe pay for the other parts or the ones platforms I have to pay for.
Yeah.
Spotify. That's free.
Right.
So that's where this is going to start.
Right on.
And Spotify's worldwide. So,
Yeah.
So we'll be hitting whoever listens to Spotify podcast. So, but we're still panning out the actual what we're going to name it, and I fought with AI about the actual name, and of course, like me and Dan was talking before we started this, it'll probably change a couple times.
We'll give them a couple of them and see if they think.
Yeah.
Maybe they
we have Living Real Life, and that's real as in a fly reel or a fishing reel, REEL, not REAL. Living Real Life, and that's stuck in my brain here for the past month, and I've been posting everything on my page and Instagram, Living Real Life, and then AI, she was saying, no, we don't do that, do real life outdoors. Well, it's okay, it's all right. And I said, well, why not Living Real Life Outdoors? And she's like, no, I ain't gonna do it. She just kept coming, and you read it. She just kept coming back with Real Life Outdoors. And then as a subtitle, she was doing quite a few things. Tall tines and tailwaters.
Yeah.
Turkey tails. Excuse me. Turkey tails, and that's TALES, not TALIS, or TAILS. And I thought turkey tails and trout trails, that was one of hers. And I thought about adding buck tails to it. I thought that would be pretty cool. But she was pretty bent on turkey tails and trout trails. And then what was the other?
I cannot remember now.
I argued with her for about an hour on that stuff, and I screenshotted every bit of it. Anyway, maybe you guys can help toss out, this will still be considered a backwards media production. I won't fade away from that. But I am going to do this on a separate YouTube. That's why I'm videotaping. And then we'll have the audio platforms. I plan on doing Audio Boom and whatever other platforms that I can get on. But guys, give us your input and help us out here. Anyway, Dan, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
Yep, absolutely. As always,
I hope
Donnie.
you enjoyed this. You're going to be one of my main guys that doing the podcast with, so
Well, come on.
since you're...
We have a good time, a lot of good
And
conversations.
my new setup is pretty cool, ain't it?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
right off my phone.
It sounds good.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm starting this off my phone, and I'm eventually going to get the actual podcast up with the headsets and the microphone. But I've got these little mini mics that I bought, and they are super clear, and I didn't realize I could just do it right on my phone. And I can just download this stuff right into Spotify.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, you have a good day, and we'll talk at you again. And this is Living Real Life Outdoors.
Thank y'all for listening and watching. Living Real Life Outdoors. Hoping you were more informed and educated on hunting, fly fishing, product reviews, hunting and fishing interviews from men and women of the outdoors. Archery and firearms too. Remember, we are stewards of the land and conservationists of the wildlife. Pass it down and take a kid or someone else to experience living real life outdoors. From your host, until next time. Keep your gun